if we're just speaking specifics about the black community, is, I mean, hip hop and R&B alone, more so hip hop and R&B. Everyone's listening to it, whether it's old or new. Everybody wants to do it. How can it impact the black community? First thing that's coming to mind me is you know, some that bring out like a celebration type feel, you know, like dancing. You know, people like to dance to, you know, whether it's something like Soulja Boy or whether it's some, you know, like Electric Slide, like a joyous type of occasion. You know, music in that way, it impacts the black community, like the black community like that. But I mean, also of course speaking towards the black community, talking about the issues.
So you kind of, when you say dance and stuff, kind of like an escape?
Yeah, you could say it definitely for sure. Either like escape. I mean, some people, of course, just thinking, you know, party or whatever, you know, dancing as it is. But yeah, it definitely is an escape. And then some can also impact it to bring attention towards the realities of what's going on in the black community. You know, poverty to police brutality, racism, you know, drugs, whatever it could be within, but that's associated with the black community. You know, live music, black music, you know, speaks about what's going on in the black communities. And that's a lot was impactful too, because some people, you know, they're desensitized to it because they're used to it. Some music, say like Kendrick Lamar, To Live Quality, anybody could do it. Maybe even T.I. You know, T.I. 2 Chainz can make a song that speak on something that somebody in the black community knows, but never looked at it from a certain perspective. And that could be impactful to that person, whatever topic it could be, regarding, you know, something that's labeled within the black community.
I feel like when it comes to hip hop in the black community, R&B in the black community, just music in general, you know, it's a motivational force. It's something that people are like define themselves as. You know, it lends itself very much to our culture and shapes our culture. But there's a lot of positive and negative aspects, like, you know, like community gardens, events that cause donations to come out of like nowhere, you know, like it unites people, you know. But in a negative aspect, there's also a lot of wrong messages that are kind of caused and spread within hip hop, you know, and our subconscious is affected whether we realize it or not. And so when you are consistently doing negative imagery, it also causes negative imagery to be glorified. You know, and I feel like at the very least, if you're gonna do that, you might as well put back in the community, because there's a lot of rappers and stuff out here that like, they'll say that they're about their neighborhood or they say they're about their city, but when you look at where their check is going, they ain't doing shit. It's all self-love, self-care, which is good. But if you're saying that you like doing shit for your city, do shit for your city. You know, don't just put the name out, because the name ain't gonna do shit for him, especially if it's riding off of like, oh, my city has the highest murder rate or whatever. You know, and I feel like it's kind of like whenever Scarface came out or any of that shit. You know, niggas was tripping. They was like, oh shit, I'ma be Scarface.
Gangster lifestyle.
You know, like it glorifies that gangster lifestyle, and a result of that is breeding more and more. And granted, there's a lot of people that's doing the higher thought shit, but that's also like a very small subsection. So again, going back to like hip hop, R&B and its influence, we're at a point today where we have a lot of really, really fucking violent shit going on in our music and in our society. And we don't really get a mental break from it. We're always focused on violence, drugs, addictive tendencies, you know, in all honesty, whoring around. You know, like shit, I make music about whoring around and shit here and there. You know, but with that said, you also have to remember and be conscious that as an artist, you're not just defining yourself, you're also, you know, defining how people react. You know, because music is an influence, it's a persuasive power. You know, and whenever you're not really careful about how you utilize that ability, you don't really take in your impact on society. You know, like if I made a song about like some wild shit, like doing cocaine off a stripper's ass, even if I never do that shit, there's some little boy out there that they gonna grow up hearing that. That's gonna be the definition of their life for a second, because that's what they resonate with. and I done fucked up that kid without realizing it.
Something they don't want to attain. You know, if they like the song at a young age, it's gonna be something that they want to do. Or even if they just want to get into music, that'll be the kind of music they want to make.
Right, you know, like what we make defines people, just like it defines ourselves. And so, even if you don't intend to do that, you have to be conscious to it. You know, like a lot of people use the excuse that, oh, it's just music, or oh, it's just lyrics. Not everybody has that common sense approach, especially when we at that young formative age. You know, like I'm very conscious to the fact that everything I put out could potentially be heard by my future children. And so I think, all right, so if I make this song, how will I explain it? Or how would I go about with a reputation riding off of that if I were to introduce myself to kids or younger folks or even older folks? You know, because your words as a musician go before even your physical presence. You know, they're going to hear you on the radio before they see you in person typically. And so, you know, it's just, it all falls to persuasion, you know. So I'm going to sum it up with hip hop, R&B, just music in general and its effect on the black community. We got to be more conscious to what we do. We got to be more economically engaged, because spending all this money and not really preserving that shit, it don't help you, your family, or anybody else. You're gonna spend $500,000 on a chain made by some white folks, some shoes made in Asia, a car made in Europe, but you won't spend like $10 for a mom and pop shop in your own city because you being bougie, nigga. You know, like that's all good. But think about the different aspects, like who you influence, how you influence yourself through it, what image you propagate, and how that image affects people. And even if you ain't going to put money into your city, you don't got to put money into your city to make your city better. You know, you can fundraise, you can use your presence, you can use your clout to garner people and galvanize people to a situation to actually cause community development. It just takes words, the same shit that you be using when you write those songs.
A lot of artists don't want to be held accountable
Right.
for the message they put out. You know,
Right.
They want to be a role model, but even though, you know, you have to think the message you're putting out, somebody's receiving it.
There's a lot of rappers that'll come out and say, yeah, I don't do that, it's just a song, I just wrote that because it does numbers. But that's irresponsible. You know, like that's fucking irresponsible. Because it's like that's like putting a fucking grenade in a toddler's hand, telling them where to pull the pin, and then getting pissed because the mama going to yell at you because the kid done blew themselves the fuck up. Nigga, it's your fault. You gave them the tools to do it, and you ain't held yourself accountable enough to say, hey, you shouldn't do that. Let me guide you. You know, I'm just doing this for fun. I'm gonna just give you this grenade and dip out because it's not my fucking problem.
It takes some responsibility.
Right. And I know that's an extreme example, but I'm sure that if you use any part of your brain, you can kind of piece together what the fuck that means. But I guess that's my answer, scattershot as it is.